Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of some light tricep extensions. So I'm going to hold this, and then you're going to put down, and you're going to try and extend your arm as low as they can go, and try and do 5 or 10 of these. Okay, there you go.
And you could just tie it off to something above your head. So just some band work, guys. You could do heavier tricep extensions by throwing this over a door frame or a bar if you have it, but a door frame, like a door, going this way works too. So this is tricep extensions. I'm just trying to keep everything still except for keep your elbows still.
It's
Do the
basically like
extensions.
the first one, just it's going to be a little bit harder.
Just more tension. You could always add another one,
Make it even harder.
make a lot of tension.
And this will really do it on your triceps over here. Then, yeah.
But really, whatever feels good for like 12, 5 to 12 or 20, whatever you feel like doing. There's different rep ranges you could kind of do.
You could either add 2 bands or just 1 band.
And then if you turn this way, this is going to be a little bit harder to do with the door, but if you get creative, I'm sure you could do it. You walk forward a little bit, make sure there's tension. You glue your elbows to your sides, and you can do crunches with resistance.
Make sure you keep those abs down and point your butt.
Yeah, like ribs up, ribs down.
I try and stick my butt out like I'm
And
fighting.
use your abs to engage. Good luck, guys. Go.
Okay, this is push-ups, I think. And then so you can get your band and you could tie it to something. Or you could just do push-ups. So you would put it behind your back, but make sure you twist it so it doesn't, I don't forget what. But so it doesn't...
I'll show the push-up one in a sec. Just to show you some heavy rows. You're calling them rolls, now I'm calling them rolls. All right, some heavy rows. You got these 2 pieces.
Well, they do look like rolls because you're moving your shoulders like
I
rolls.
like to do this in the tricep extensions as a warm-up before benching and after benching.
Because you're moving your shoulders in rolls, like in circles. So, should be
So-
called rolls.
I lean back just to like have pressure starting on the band.
Oh, and you should do this with a heavier one because we just warmed up with the smaller one. So do this with a heavier one.
So you could do these for 10, and then you can go right into
Or if
your
it's too hard, do it for 5.
push-ups. Like we were saying, do your band in an X. So when you put it on your back, it doesn't like roll around and come off.
Because
Then-
that would be bad because then it would just sling into your face and that would hurt.
If you can't do push-ups yet, this is a great builder for the push-up.
Yes, it is.
You're hitting a lot of the push-up motions there. And you could do them explosively.
Or you could do
add
it
more-
or you could do it slow because it would be more easier if you do it slow.
You could add more bands. But if you can do push-ups, you can go down and you could add pressure to your push-ups.
But only do this if you can do push-ups. Only do this if you can do push-ups.
Okay, so that's some band ideas for you guys.
Bye. Peace
I'm not
out.
sure if you guys have these kinds of bands. These are usually called jump stretch bands, I heard them called, but they are on Amazon pretty cheap. But if you have a different kind, you can try to do this. You can try to figure out how to do this. But this is called
The good morning.
Good Morning.
You should do this at 5 a.m. because it's called the good morning.
Yeah, I think it's called the Good Morning because it's like how you get out of bed in the morning.
Oh yeah, because like
kinda
you
get out of bed
start
in the
like
morning and you go down like this and you're like this and then you go like this.
yeah because like you're tired, you're squatting. So in the
So-
morning you should do squats because you're squatting when you wake up.
So you're here, you bend over, put it on your neck. Okay? So a squat, you'd be more coming down, but you actually want to be, you want to just kind of stick your butt out and like only hinge at your hip. And this kind of pulls you into that position.
I didn't want to do it because it hurts your neck.
It does not hurt my neck. And at the bottom position, you can kind of feel your hamstrings loaded. And it's super good for hamstrings, glutes, and hip flexors.
Make sure it's behind your neck.
And it's pretty good exercise to do with no equipment to make your squat stronger and a lot of big muscles stronger. Like a lot of people have like dumbbells at home and they do a couple curls and it's working like some little muscles, but
It will help your deadlift.
you want your big muscles to be strong.
And it will help your deadlift.
1,
You know?
2, 3.
Try and do 5 or 10 of these.
So yeah, you could do a warm up with your small band, and then you can move up to a heavier band,
This band
or
you
2
should
bands,
do.
or 3 bands, or if you have bigger bands. But if you only have a couple small bands, you could do more than 1 band.
Yeah, if you only have if you only have like 3 small bands, add all the bands if you want to make it harder. But make sure if you make it harder, you do things like you do the warm up first.
And you want your feet to stay like on the ground. You don't want to. Whenever you're squatting, you don't want to be like.
Yeah, like you see how
Rocking
his
on your
legs
feet?
are wobbly.
You don't
want wobbly.
Yeah, you don't want your toes to be left out. You want to like.
Can't like
You want to be in
that.
the center of your foot, so all your weight is.
Wobbly. Don't go wobbly, because that isn't good. If you wobble, then it will ruin the earth. So don't ruin the earth and wobble. So.
So that's good mornings.
Are you going to say good morning? Say good morning to everyone.
Actually, I'm going to say good night. All right, guys. So, of course, you could tie this to an object. Try to make it a heavy and movable object. Sit on something. Do some leg curls.
So it's curls, but with your legs.
Might be a good warm-up or after for the good morning.
Oh, make sure you hydrate yourself while you're doing this whole workout. Because if you don't hydrate, that would be bad.
Same thing. You could come under. Go to the other side.
And if you do it closer, it would be easier. So if it's too hard for you, do it closer. But if it's too easy, do it with a hard band, like a harder band.
So a lot of times this might roll up your ankle. So a lot of times if I'm doing it, like I'll tie it into my shoe. But you could do extensions here.
Oh, make sure on this one he's on the other side, so you can make it harder by doing that too.
I like to do the extensions for like reps of 20. Get a good nice pump in your leg.
But you're strong, so maybe people don't do that.
Well, you should do reps of 20 just lighter. All right, hope that helps.
Bye.